Live. It stars Over the Prairie with 8-time Minnesota Music Award-winning songwriter, musician, author, and historian, Paul Metsa. Check out previous show podcasts at kdal610.com. Now, here's Paul Metsa.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Northland and beyond. We've got people streaming all over the country, and they're going to hear a great show today. This is Stars Over the Prairie. This is your host, Paul Metsa, with my wingman, Chris Allen. Chris, how was your week?
My week was very, very busy. I have many, many things going on. You know what they say, you got irons in all the fires.
Yeah.
I've got that going on. I've got, different jobs and radio and music going on, and I got a couple of music things coming up and award shows that are coming up in a couple of months that I might be a part of again. And so, yeah, just a lot of irons going. I'm trying to juggle.
Well, good for you. If you're just tuning in for your first time with Stars of the Prairie and you're wondering what do those gentlemen do on the show, we interview stars, people that used to be stars, people that want to be stars, people that just like to crack a cold one, go out under the starry night and look at the stars. We are broadcasting from the Zenith City by the Unsalted Sea, Duluth, Minnesota. We are a stone's throw away from Bob Dylan's Way and 237 somersaults down the hill from Bob Dylan's childhood home. We've got a great guest on today, a man who is one of the most beloved singer-songwriters and all-around good guys in the Twin Ports music scene, Teague Alexi. He's got his new record, Effervescence, dropping today. This is going to be the first time that people are going to be hearing these great songs. I previewed some tracks. It sounds great. Teague is going to play live, and I'm also going to join him for a song with my guitar, with my new Fishman amplifier. So we're going to have do some fun stuff. But
see, I don't know if you're just joining them because I think it's a great idea, you should play more, and people write in and say you should play more, or if you just really like that amp and want to use it more.
All of the above.
Okay.
Although, as Teague or any musician worth its salt will tell you, it's not that easy playing before noon anywhere at any time.
No.
Whatever time zone you're in. But hey, it's Valentine's Day, so if you're to your lovers out there, have a great Valentine's Day. I hope you're planning a beautiful dinner or a night out with the Mr. or Mrs. or just, girlfriend or galfriend, whatever you got, boyfriend as well. But Valentine's Day originated from a blend of ancient Roman, pagan, and Christian traditions, likely replacing the fertility festival of Lupercalia, with a saint's feast day in the 5th century. It honors Saint Valentine, a 3rd century martyr who became associated with romantic love in the 14th century, evolving into modern traditions of exchanging tokens of affection. My Valentine's Day, I'm going to get a big steak for Mabel and Blue, my 2 rescue dogs. I'm single, but I find love in the home with those 2.
So you're taking care of yourself. You're going to buy for the person you love today.
That you are correct. Of course, a lot of people, when they go St. Valentine's Day, they always think of the tragic St. Valentine's Day massacre in 1929, the murder of 7 men and associates of Chicago Northside Gang on St. Valentine's Day in 29. The men were gathered at a in Lincoln Park, Chicago, where I happen to live in Lincoln Park, Duluth, a garage where between 4 and 6 men entered. 2 of them were disguised as police officers. The 7 men were lined up facing a wall and shot with Thompson machine guns and a shotgun. 70 rounds were fired from the Thompson, and a cartridge was discharged from the shotgun. That's how they knew there was a shotgun involved. 6 of the victims died immediately. 1 lived for a short while, but in True Intelligence refused to identify the killers. Not a bad idea. Way to grab a few more days on this planet. Yeah. The murders occurred amid the competition for control of organized crime and the city during Prohibition. Police and historians have speculated that the murders were an attempt to kill the head of the Northside Gang, George Bugs Moran. Although he had not arrived by the time the attack started, the Northsiders were rivals of Chicago, the Chicago Outfit, a criminal organization headed by Al Capone. Much of the speculation has focused on whether he was behind the murders. I'm guessing he was.
Yeah. Can you imagine? We were talking about the way technology has changed. Can you imagine if there were cell phones with cameras in those days?
They'd be watching it the day after.
They'd be able
February
to,
15th,
yeah,
1929.
They would be able to nail all the people involved.
But, think about it. So you're 7 gangsters, and you're invited on Valentine's Day to a warehouse in an alley, something.
Yeah.
You think your spidey sense would have gone up a little bit.
Well, if it had been nowadays, there would be cameras on the streets, cameras in the building, and each guy would have had a camera on his phone.
And probably on the end of his gun.
Right.
Say, we're going to play a little song. My very first girlfriend, I grew up in the south side of Virginia, Minnesota, the Queen City there in the range. Her name was Linda. She was an Irish gal. She had an Irish setter, and we had a thing in 6th grade. Years later, I wrote a song for her called Prettiest Girl in Town. So we're going to send this one out to Linda. You know who you are if you're listening. I recorded the song in 1992. Some of the players on this record were Gary Talent, who's been a longtime East Street bass player for Bruce Springsteen, George Marinelli, who was playing with Bruce Hornsby at the time. He went on to play with Bonnie Raitt for 25 years, and the great Bucky Baxter on pedal steel and mandolin throughout the record. Bucky was playing with Bob Dylan at the time, but originally kind of got his start down in Nashville with Steve Earle. Anyway, we're going to listen to Prettiest Girl in Town by yours truly, Paul Metsa, while we get the great T. Gillespie set up for the big show where he's playing live, and we're going to hear some tracks on his record, Effervescence, that was dropped today on Valentine's Day. A lot of heart that man has.
All right, Prettiest Girl in Town.
Well, I just called to tell you that you looked so pretty last night. Ribbons in your red hair flutter as you ride the light. First time I saw you at Southside Park. First time we held hands in the dark. With a dime to the dollar, you're the prettiest girl in town. With a dime to the dollar, you're the prettiest girl in town. Carved your name on the oak tree by the river where we first kissed. Shoplifted candy, just another poor boy's gift. I hoped you like it, but I couldn't tell. Jeweler's got a diamond that he wants to sell. With a dime to the dollar, you're the prettiest girl in town. With a dime to the dollar, you're the prettiest girl in town. Well, I cross my fingers, baby, cross my heart. Cross the river where my love did stop. No one's gonna stop me now. I love the prettiest girl in town. I said no one's gonna stop me now. I love the prettiest girl in town. Girl in town.
yeah, that was Prettiest Girl in Town by yours truly, Paul Metsa, recorded in 1992.
Did you give that to her, or you just wrote it for her later?
I wrote it for, no. I wrote it, I wrote it in 92.
Uh-huh.
She was my 6th grade girlfriend, but I did play the song. I did a gig at, I think it was the 4th of July at Bayfront. Myself and a bass player named Tom Lewis opened up. Now, dig this gig. It was me and him, BR 459.
Oh, wow.
That were just hitting hard.
Yeah, they were big for a while.
And then the Lettermen with the Duluth Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, my gosh.
It's funny because I was down in Nashville a couple of years ago, and I bumped into one of the guys from BR 459, or is it 549?
BR 549.
Yeah, I was getting confused. And I said, man, it was just a beautiful day, fireworks. I said, God, it would have been a gig that would have been great to be on mushrooms. He goes, we were. But anyway, that's enough of my wild days. Teague, Alexi, so good to see you again, brother.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So you've got a brand new record out. Where's your CD release party?
Yeah, that's still being negotiated.
Okay.
At the moment, I can't disclose any details as of yet. But
or you'll have to be shot, right?
There's deep negotiations going on as we speak. That's my understanding.
What's your next gig in town?
Well, I still got still holding down Monday nights over at Sir Benedict's Tavern on the Lake.
How long have you been there?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm better looking ahead than looking back.
Good for you.
But been doing it for a while. Really good folks over there. I love Josh, the owner, and the whole crew over there. Shout out to them. They
have one of the best tuna and cheese melts in the world.
Yeah.
That's my go-to over there. I'm one of those guys, you find something on the menu, I'm going to have that every time. Yeah, it's a great gig, and they've got music almost every night of the week, don't they?
Yeah, just they really know how to take care of people over there, musicians and the patrons.
Yeah.
And everybody, and just feels like family over there. So, I'll be happy to do Monday nights,
Until
as long as I can, yeah.
As long as Mondays are around.
That's right.
Rainy days and Mondays.
Yeah, man.
See what, and they've got a little bluegrass jam over there occasionally.
Yeah, that's been going on longer than I've been going over there, and they have a Celtic night, and and I'm Irish, so I'm a sucker for Celtic.
Oh yeah,
Celtic music.
For sure.
I love Sir Ben's.
Teague, I knew you before I moved to Duluth. I've seen you play a handful of times. I love your music, but this is the first time I've seen you without your stocking cap on.
Yeah, big change.
Did you shave you used to have dreadlocks, didn't you?
Yeah, but Paul, most things in life are temporary, and including my dreads. So it was time for a change.
We've got a lovely woman listening today who's a big fan of yours, also a big fan of Eric Koskinev's Ivy Vinio.
Oh, I'm a big fan of hers.
Ivy is such a sweetheart, and of course, her brother-in-law, Scott Thompson Vinio, it's kind of my handyman. He helps with whatever's, because I can't do a damn thing besides string my guitar and play it. So he comes over to help. And he had a beautiful long ponytail that he just cut. And I remember there was a guy down the street when I lived in Northeast Minneapolis who had a ponytail for years. And finally I bumped into him and I said, and he had cut his hair short like yours. And I said, you cut your ponytail? And he goes, yeah. He goes, my wife told me no one over the age of 40 should have a ponytail if you're a man. I don't know. I rocked a ponytail for a while, but it's a lot of work. So tell us about where did I listen to the tracks you sent from your record Effervescence? Really recorded well. Where did you record that?
We brought Jake Larson, local genius engineer / musician / producer.
Yeah,
we brought him to our practice space for the Common Thread band, where we were just really comfortable and Jake set up around us. We didn't have to even think about
really,
what
you didn't have to go into a quote unquote real recording.
No,
studio.
I mean we turned. We had a nice basement space to work with, and Jake turned it into a control room and a live room, and we recorded there mostly, and then did some overdubs and such at my place. But
Teague Alexi's basement tapes.
Something like that, yeah, something like that. Lucky to have, lucky to have the people around me in Duluth that I do.
I remember telling you last time you were on the show that good engineers know how to set up any room to be a good recording studio.
Yeah, it was great, and we loved the natural sound of that room. It always felt like a really good room to sing in. You could somehow hear yourself singing, even though you're playing next to a drummer and a bass player,
right.
One of those kind of magic rooms. So,
where's Jake from? I've heard his name.
He's a Duluth guy. Yeah.
I am so amazed by the music scene in Duluth. Now, I spent 40 years in Minneapolis, so I was surrounded, and which is one of the greatest music towns in the country. And I've been to Boston, played New York and Austin, Texas, Los Angeles, San Francisco, but I still think night per night you could hear more great music in the variety of styles in Minneapolis back in the time that I was living there is anywhere in the country. But Duluth Superior has an amazing music scene. And I was thinking about when I was listening to your songs last night and thinking about, these guys like Mark Gartman and yourself and Tim Nelson. There's a little different of a songwriting style appears. Like I was saying to myself, are these guys, are they on helium or doing laughing gas? Because it's always got like these songs always take kind of a left turn. Mm. Your songs, Gartman songs. And before I forget, I've also seen your side project, Lazy Lightning 420. When's the next time we're going to see that organization take the stage?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure when I'll be joining them again.
Tell people what that act is about.
That's like they play specific Grateful Dead shows,
right.
Their set lists. And it's great because there's a fantastic family of Deadheads, as you know. But in this area, I was really playing with Lazy Lightning. I was really it was beautiful. The way I was just like taken in by the community,
right?
Like coming in as not really an outsider, but I guess maybe I kind of felt like a little bit of an outsider because I've always been surrounded by the Grateful Dead, but it was never really a Deadhead.
Right.
My brother was and is, and it's always kind of been around. But yeah, just a lot of beautiful moments playing with those guys and being around that whole family of people.
Well, you know how to tell if you have a Deadhead that comes over and crashes on your couch. Mm. They are still there. Let's listen to a track of my guest Teague Alexi's new record. Let's listen to a thing called. By the way, I love the titles of your songs too. We're gonna listen to a song called Straw Man. Pull that one up, Chris Allen.
Yeah.
Straw Village and spitting high like a dragon. Straw Man. Yeah, Straw Man. Straw Man, with your heart of sand, never learn to understand. Coming your way with the match in hand. My other hand, gasoline can. Straw. One thing I know, better hold it together when the storm winds blow. That was a long time ago. We were scared of the big scarecrow. In the name of love and faith and compassion, I look up and see me flying in circles above your Straw Village and spitting hot fire like a dragon. voice draw me. Hey, a tin man's grin. No.
All right. That's Straw Man, written and recorded by the great Teague Alexi, who's sitting here in a studio tuning up his guitar. We're going to hear from Weiss Eye Center, who are so generously keep our show on the air with other sponsors. And then we're coming back. Teague's going to play some solo stuff, and then we're going to play a tune together at the end of the show.
I'm Lucas, and I had Z-LASIK at Weiss Eye Center. Went great. Little to no pain yesterday. Surgery went great. Everything else went home, took a nap, woke up, and haven't really had any pain since. Everybody was super nice and talked you through every step of the way, and I barely had to ask any questions because they knew what to say. They filled it all in. For me, it'll just be snowmobiling's my big one. I try to do a lot of riding in the winter. I farm in the summer, so this year was a big difference where a couple of times I had to borrow somebody's helmet, so I put my glasses on and ride because just the weather conditions, everything else, out there riding blind. So I'm really excited for that. It's well worth the money, and it's going to change my life for a long time, I'll tell you that.
Weiss Eye Center is the only clinic to offer blade-free Z-LASIK in the Northland. To find out more and to arrange your free consultation, call 218-625-1917 today or visit weisseyecenter.com for more information. Weiss Eye Center. See the best.
Hey, know how she go, don't you know? This is Steve Sokla, and you're listening to Stars Over the Prairie with Paul Metsa. No such thing as perfect in my line of work.
That's Steve Sokla. He was just a wonderful character, great musician.
Have you booked him yet?
We got to book him because
I was going to say, you told me to remind you to book him because our anniversary is what, in 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
March 16th.
Yeah. 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks, somewhere around there.
Something like that. Who's counting? I am counting down to listen to my friend Teague Alexi play a song on that beautiful guitar of his. What are we going to hear, Teague?
Let's try Lion's Share.
Let's do that.
I am a lion, and I come for the lion's share. Here when you see me scratching at your doorstep, ooh, you're everywhere. Good Lord, hear me. High above the mountains, high loud and clear. I am the mighty king of the jungle. I come for the lion's share. I've been climbing up from the valley below. One step after the next step to the mountains top I go. 7 trumpets in the walls of Jericho. I raise my voice when I hear those trumpets blow. I am a lion, and I come for the lion's share. Here when you see me scratching at your doorstep, ooh, you better beware. Good Lord, hear me. High above the mountains, high loud and clear. I am the mighty king of the jungle. I come for the lion's share. There are diamonds and there are pearls. Anything else, it's a kind man's wink to a blind world. 7 cities of Cibola, and the silver and the gold, and the rich man's sidewalk running right down the middle of the road. I say, whoa, no, 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 not on this day. Somebody gonna give me something. Somehow, some way, I am a lion, and I've come for the lion's share. Here when you see me scratching at your doorstep, ooh, you're everywhere. Good Lord, hear me.
high above the mountaintop, loud and clear. I am the mighty king of the jungle. I come for the lion's share. I am the mighty king of the jungle. I come for the lion's share. I am the mighty king of the jungle.
I've heard that song before. Yeah, I just love it.
I heard it on your Spotify.
Yes, sir.
When, I write songs. I have, I get inspiration from, just drop out of the sky from the Supreme Commander, as Bob Dylan calls it. Things I overhear in bars, restaurants, cop a line here or two from a passing conversation. But that song in particular, Lion's Share, I love all the images. You're a lion, come for the lion's share. Do you remember when that inspiration for that particular song came from?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a truth to power, kind of thing. And I always loved that expression, lion's share.
Yeah.
I just always thought that was meant to be, like this song was kind of meant to exist,
right.
because of the natural, just the beauty of that, American English-ism,
right.
lion's share. So yeah, I think I think as a songwriter, I'm always trying to inspire people on some level, the way that certain songs inspired me,
Mm-hmm.
Even to this day, but as a young person, it made me pick up my guitar, or whatever your thing is, just kind of inspire you to do your thing. So that's just kind of one of those songs where I'm just trying to, sing about, trying to just do something with a song. I love a great song, even just for the sake of a great song. But if a song can, can it kind of have something in it where it inspires you to do whatever your version of the best version of yourself.
Right. That's really well put. A lot of people ask me, what do I write first, the words or the lyrics? I stole that from somebody, but I love to use it every chance I get. I think it might have been Paul Simon. I was reading an interview with him, and he said, yeah, all these rock stars to get all the groupies. He goes, I go on my gigs, and I get journalism, female journalism students in their, third or fourth year of college that want to read their poetry to me.
I think I know where he stole that from. I think Paul Williams.
Oh, really?
First said it, yeah.
Great songwriter. I think they had a ASCAP.
Well, he's the guy that wrote, he's the president of ASCAP, but he also wrote Evergreen for
Streisand.
Barbra Streisand, written some big songs, including, is it Over the Rainbow? Or no. Rainbow Connection.
Yeah, okay.
For Kermit, yeah.
Right, yeah. So, when did you come to town, Teague?
It was the year 2000.
Wow. That was a while ago. Where'd you come from?
Yeah. At that point, I was kind of bouncing around a little bit between South Jersey, where I grew up, and San Diego. I was kind of bouncing back and forth.
Where in South Jersey?
Right outside Atlantic City, a little town called Summers Point, New Jersey, which is famous in the rock and roll world for being the town where the Levon and the Hawks at the time were playing their summer residency at a place called Tony Mart's, which was long gone by the time I came around. But they had a summer residency there when Bob Dylan called them up looking to go electric, and he heard that they were the best band, the best American rock and roll band, and he was right. And Tony Mart let those guys out of his contract, and in South Jersey, it's not kind of the place where
trying to get out of a contract.
Where it's like an easy thing to get out of a contract. But
well, yeah, great point, Teague Alexi. And of course, and I have no reason not to believe that John Hammond Jr., of course, John Hammond Sr. was the greatest American talent scout of all time, signing people at Columbia Records, including Benny Goodman, Charlie Christian, Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Count Basie, Pete Seeger, and more. But his son, who's a great, phenomenal blues guitar player, was the one that turned Bob Dylan on to the Hawks.
Yeah, he's a great harmonica rack player.
Oh, the best.
Hammond, yeah.
I think John, I've had the pleasure of opening up for a couple times. I'd seen him every time he came to the Twin Cities. I think he was the best. He's not playing anymore, although he's writing an autobiography that I can't wait to read. Because he was also the guy that let Jimi Hendrix sit in with him when he was playing the Cafe Wah in Greenwich Village. But I think one of the most powerful one-man shows I've ever seen, John Hammond Jr.
Yeah, believe it.
Say, we've got a listener that just texted me. The great Nelson French with his lovely wife, Marilyn, said, we are listening to you from Cloudland Canyon State Park in northern Georgia. And he goes, I think we are in Margie Taylor Greene's district. Be careful out there, Nelson and Marilyn. Be very careful, but thanks for chiming in. Let's hear another song off Mr. Alexi's new record. How about we check out Nothing to Do? What are we going to listen to when we hear this song?
Yeah, Nothing to Do. This features Tyler Doobie Dubla on the drums and Brian B. Wells on the bass, and also has Jacob Mann of the Salty Dog Crew. He's playing guitar on this one.
We love Jake.
Yeah, happy to have all those guys behind me on this track. So yeah, this is a fun one.
I got nothing to do, got all day to do it. Kick my feet up, gon' get right to it. Glass of lemonade, little splash, cold chillin', lying on the floor, staring at the ceiling. Got a whole lot of nothing to do. I got a whole lot of nothing to do. Just a whole lot of nothing to do, but maybe cut the grass, walk the dog, pay 3 parking tickets, fix the door handle and I drip from the spigot, fix a hole in the gutter and my errands and chores, picked up eggs and butter from the corner store. Yeah, I was troubled, befuddled, tripped, mud puddled, but I fixed all of that on the double. And now I got nothing to do, got all day to do it, kick my feet up, gon' get right to it. Glass of lemonade, little splash, cold chillin', lying on the floor, staring at the ceiling. Got a whole lot of nothing to do. I got a whole lot of nothing to do. Just a whole lot of nothing to do, but just maybe. Tokens and hop the turnstile. Parameters, miss time as I keep down the noise. Kick the ball around with the neighborhood boys and build the dramatists in all of the drama. And I wrote a love letter to my mama. Now I got nothing to do, got all day to do it. Kick my feet up, gon' get right to it. Glass of lemonade, little splash, cold chillin', lying on the floor, staring at the ceiling. Got a whole lot of nothing to do. I got a whole lot of nothing to do. Just a whole lot of nothing to do, but maybe, baby.
Yeah, that was Teague Alexi with his new record, Effervescence, his song, Nothing to Do. We'll take a little break and come back and hear some live music from Mr. Alexi. I'm going to join him on a song myself.
I'm Sydney, and I had Z LASIK at Weiss Eye Center. Oh man, camping and like being able to look up at the stars, or like wake up to the stars, or wake up to the sun, and not have to kind of fumble around to see where my glasses are. So I'm looking forward to that eventually. It's like getting out and enjoying nature with sort of no barrier. Oh, the staff were really great. Yeah, it was really, always felt pretty taken care of, and very friendly staff, and they were answering my questions even if they were like really, really trivial. It's something that you gotta have like sort of a bit of trust in this doctor.
Weiss Eye Center is the only clinic to offer blade-free Z LASIK in the Northland. To find out more and to arrange your free consultation, call 218-625-1917 today. Or visit WeissEyeCenter.com for more information. Weiss Eye Center. See the best.
This is Teague Alexi, and you're listening to Stars Over the Prairie with Paul Metsa.
Got to have him do it while he's here.
Yeah, I know that voice. Teague is going to play a beautiful song that I heard last night called Holding Destiny's Hand. Mr. Teague Alexi on Stars Over the Prairie.
There's God, there's man, there's business, there's culture, there's love, and there's war. There is history, media, political fervor, filthy rich, and there's the dirt poor. Oh, mama, here comes the storm. Dig your hands in the earth and hold on. There are whole seats round the table. There's eating when your belly is full. There are dukes and dictators and Her Majesty, Uncle Sam, and there's bloody John Bull. There are emeralds and pearls in the window. Sure as diamonds are out in the rough. And there's a cowboy with boots up on the table, calling out the con man's bluff. And there are bright, shining lights, mirrors and magic, smoking hocus pocus. There is a moment the princess relents. Not all romantics are hopeless. Oh, mama, here comes the storm. Dig your hands in the earth and hold on. There are shadows and walls and forgiveness. There are wolves and there are sheep. There are monks praying high in the mountains for protesters down on the streets. There's manipulation and propaganda, evil intentions with a mile-wide grin. There is a genie up and out of the bottle. Best of luck getting the genie back in. And there is holding destiny's hand, as if she were easy to love. We wrestle our demons down deep inside in plain view of the angels above. Oh, mama, here comes the storm. Dig your hands in the earth and hold on. Oh, mama, here comes the storm. Dig your hands in the earth and hold on.
Teague Alexi, Holding Destiny's Hand. Another beautiful song, man. I'm very conflicted. I'm going between really enjoying the music and really jealous of your songwriting.
Oh, come on now.
I love the way you look differently at everything. I love the like you said before, the imagery that comes up with the words that you use. I love your view of what you're singing about.
A true songsmith.
Yeah.
Thank you. I always think of that one as Irish influence. I've played a lot of Irish music, Irish traditional music the past decade or so, and I've been excited how much that's rubbed off on me. You know, kind of these intrinsic ways, and that's one.
Is that what they call the crake?
The crake,
right?
I think that's just like the stuff, the good stuff.
Right.
They're like the crake. What's the crake? What's happening?
We're getting the good stuff today.
Although crake, I don't know if we're pronouncing that right.
Is that like the Quan, but it's Irish? Just like Jerry Maguire, the Quan? Is that the Irish version of Jerry Maguire?
All I can say is I did not like the Jerry Maguire movie. I cannot I can't answer anything else about that. Yes. They made fun of Charles Mingus in that movie. I did not appreciate it.
Oh, man. We do not like that. No. Beneath the Underdog is one of the greatest Charles Mingus's biographies. It's one of the greatest biographies of all time, musical or otherwise.
That's on my bookshelf. That's why you and I get along really well, Paul. I've been noticing this.
You reminded me. I've got it somewhere among my 600 other musical biographies, but that's one I need to revisit. He's got such a beautiful way with language.
Yeah, just like a really important American composer and artist. You know,
I was reading something by a woman who used to go out with Charles Mingus, and when I lived in Rego Park for about a year and a half, I would spend a lot of time down in Greenwich Village, because for me that's my Oz, that's my promised land, where all that beautiful folk music and jazz music and the beatniks, the bohemians hang out. And she told a story about getting chased. I think somehow they were either breaking up or she was a jazz critic, wrote a bad review, and he bumped into her in front of the Village Vanguard and chased her 4 blocks down the street. And Charlie was a big guy. I think he was close to 6'4" and probably about 240. But that image is stuck with me since I read about that. Say, as long as I've got my guitar here, let's do another one. I love that the Babylon song. What's the exact title?
Babylon.
All right. Why don't we play that one? Teagle Lexi, and this will be Paul Metsa on the guitar, and I will try not to screw it up.
Should I get in tune for this, or I'm a little out of tune? We'll call it.
Close enough for Stars Over the Prairie.
I'll start it.
Myself in and out of it, I kick it around like an old bucket. It's one of them things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to speak for myself, 'cause I can't hear anybody else. It's one of them things. Just Babylon, Babylon. I hear the chitter chattering. Everybody's struggling. I can feel the trouble bubble, bubbling. What side of the truth do you want? Left, high, underneath, back, or front? Which one of them things? It's same as it it has ever been. The universe doesn't always win one of them things. Just Babylon, babbling. I hear the chitter chattering. Everybody's struggling. I can feel the trouble bubble, bubbling. You got it, Paul. Any way you want to. Just hey, I'm for the ones that love you, one of them things. You can dance any way you want to. Hey, time for the ones that love you, one of them things. Just Babylon, babbling. I hear the chitter chattering. Everybody's struggling, and I can feel the trouble bubble, bubbling. Just Babylon, babbling. I can hear the chitter chattering. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's struggling.
Everybody is struggling, but that music makes it better. Teague, I love playing with you, man.
Yeah, man, great job over there, Paul Metsa on guitar.
That was feeling really, really good. So, what nights do you play over there at Sir Ben's?
Sir Ben's on Monday. Every Monday, I'm there.
What time?
It's 5 to 8 this month. Sometimes it ends up being 6 to 9, but we're 5 to 8 this month. Also have speaking of Irish music, St. Patrick's Day is coming, so look out for Teague and the Paddy Wagon. We'll be back at it this year. We got a couple of shows in Minneapolis, Animales and Astor Cafe. We're going to hit Sand Rocks and Sandstone. We're going to do my Monday night at Sir Ben's, and then St. Patrick's Day itself is TBA, but I'm looking forward.
The Paddy Wagon. I love the name of that band for St. Patrick's Day.
Yep. If you didn't know, it sounded like you were threatening to drink too much and get in the Paddy Wagon.
Oh, you never know. You never know when the spirit comes that time of year. The spirit hits us Irishmen in funny ways.
Yeah, I've never met an Irish man or woman I didn't love.
All right.
You know, I had the pleasure of opening up for Mary Black. Do you like Mary?
No.
Oh, you don't like her? You've never heard of her?
I've never heard of her.
Oh, man. You'd never get into Ireland if this played over there, because Mary Black, she's kind of like the Emmylou Harris of Ireland. I'm trusting. When you go home, when you get a minute today, Teague,
will do.
Pull up Mary Black. She was... I opened up for her in 1995 or 96 at the a new there was a beautiful 100-year-old concert hall in Albany, New York, which is the capital of the state of New York. And they had the guy that opened the show was the chief fireman. So he came out and said, "No, whatever you do, no smoking." And it was a gorgeous, brought this beautiful theater back to life. Well, I was really nervous, so I was having a cigarette in the bathroom after my show. And before my show.
Is that legal?
And he booted me. No, it wasn't. But I was nervous. And so he booted me out. I had to sneak back in to open the show. I am saying that as a mea culpa to that fire chief. And you do not smoke indoors anymore. I learned the hard way. And then I opened up for her last show, the tour at the Berkeley Performing Arts Center. And, of course, Boston and Ireland. And everybody came out. And, I highly recommend everybody listen to Miss Marion Black. She's just phenomenal. And, of course, I'm a guy that can barely read music, even if you put a gun to my head, here at the Berkeley Performing Arts Center. So I go, what do I do? I go, Kevin McHale, Boston Celtics, Hibbing. So I said, yes. I used to grow up around Kevin McHale, and then I knew I could do no wrong. Yeah. But, yes, go check out Mary Black. Tell us, what music do you listen to, Teague Alexi?
I'm kind of all over the place. I love old jazz, like we were talking about Charlie Mingus earlier. I like that, a lot of jazz from that era. I like a lot of like old Jamaican music, and but my daughters will turn me on to some modern stuff that I'm not afraid to check out.
Good.
So I'm kind of all over. I like listening to hip hop when I'm in certain moods, and I'm kind of all over the place. Willie Nelson, listen to a lot of Willie.
Gotta have Willie.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Teague Alexi, this has been a pleasure. People check out his new record, Effervescence. Where can they track that down?
It's online. It's wherever you stream music, they got it.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for listening to Stars Over the Prairie. This is Paul Metsa telling you, like my dad used to tell me, remember to be kind and make someone happy. See you next week.
Stars over the prairie tonight, and I wish I could see stars over the prairie.